All right, the alumni spotlight tonight. Tarry Summers. Terry is from Hamilton Township, I believe, right?
That's right.
Cool.
That's right.
Hamilton Township High School, came to ONU in the fall of 2004. As I think about it, I mean, he might be recruit one. He is in the first recruiting class for sure of our staff. Him and Lenny Trusnick, Nate Dunnington, got to give those guys a shout out. Bogner. There was a group about four. I'd have to go back and look to see which one committed first, but he's definitely in that conversation for one of our very first recruits. So that's always been something special for me. But Terry, why don't you kind of tell everybody kind of what you're up to these days?
Sure. So as Dean alluded to, Terry Summers, that's Tarry. I'll go with recruit one. I kind of like that. That's got a ring to it. It's got a jingle. But no, Dean recruited me in 2004. One of the things that I loved about the whole recruiting process is Dean had his mind made up on exactly what I was going to come in and do for the football team. He said, you're going to come in, you're going to play fullback, and you are going to be a killer at fullback. And I never even thought about it like that, but he had his mind made up. And I said, wow, this is all right, great. He already knows what I'm going to do. But fast forward, 14 years now. And I got a real estate company, about $25 million worth of real estate, have a gym. I opened a brewery. Live in Grandview, which is right downtown in the middle of Columbus. Just got engaged a year ago. Have two beautiful stepchildren. I was on a Facebook Live earlier, and I'm extremely grateful for where I'm at in life. Not satisfied, but grateful for where I'm at and grateful for the things that I have and where the future is going to take me. So, yeah.
I like that. Grateful but not satisfied. And we've got a chance to meet your beautiful fiance, Bree. I remember the first time I think I met her was that we brought her up to Ada. We had together after one of the games, so that was fun. But let's go back a little bit to what you remember about recruiting, though. I mean, besides, maybe being, hey, here's the vision of what position you want to play. But anything else you want to just, when you think back to that recruiting process?
You know what? The university, I never thought in a million years I would be in the middle of nowhere in Ada, Ohio. Downtown, not downtown, but south side of Columbus, straight city boy. But coming up there was a piece, there was just a level of comfort up there, especially with you, the coaches, the way that you bring just the team together. I just felt comfortable up there. And going up there through the recruiting process, you had your mind made up on, hey, this is what you're going to come up here for. This is what you're going to do. It's kind of like there was a plan laid out. And, when you're 17, 18 years old and you have no idea what you want to do, you need that mentor. You need that guider. I know that we're on video and we're recording this right now, but, straight up, coach, like you have no idea how helpful that was for a 17, 18-year-old kid to say, hey, this is where we're going to guide you over the next 4 years of your life.
Right. Well, you're a guy who's very opportunistic. You take advantage of your opportunities, and you did that for us. You came in the program, but you started from day one. Playing a new position, being a scrappy defensive lineman in high school and a good wrestler. You embraced that fullback, role right away. And it was really cool to kind of watch. But when you think about some of those on the field memories, will anything kind of stand out? I mean, you're part of some big wins. You have a few disappointments along the way, but some big wins as well. But what stands out?
Coach, there's so many. I'll tell you what, coming in and being able to start my very first game freshman year and scoring a touchdown in the brand new stadium that you promoted my very first game. And then they're like, oh, well, this is touchdown Terry. Cause that was so cool.
Is it a roll pass? Probably a little bootleg.
It was a roll pass from Corey Minfield. Yeah.
Yep.
Corey Minfield threw the roll pass. And then I think I only scored one time, and I think it was the first game the next year. Mm-hmm. And then I scored my very last play of my senior year. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
But that was cool. And then of course the Mount game, just being with the guys, the locker room, the practices, as little as I was having to fill a big big guy's position, I kind of hated practice, but I kind of love the, just being with the guys and messing around the locker room and just being the team jokester. I loved it. I loved every
Yeah.
minute of it.
I mean, I think about you, and a couple of the memories I have is, I mean, as an old running back myself back in the day, I used to be a big fan of the little cut block, and I used to love watching you cut block some guys. You come in there, you saw some of those defensive ends right in half, or some of those linebackers. I loved watching that. And then I think about you, after graduation, you've spoke to the team a couple times and just done a phenomenal job. You just made us so proud. So those are some of my favorite memories as I think about you and your parents too. Thinking about Terry Senior and just a great family. So
what was crazy about Terry Senior is I just remember that guy showing up to games in a camper, parking out, and then literally creating the tailgate, whole aura, the whole environment.
Those was big shoes to fill when you got those kind of shoes to fill as far as the tailgate leader of the tailgate. I mean, he had a great time. You could see he was very enthusiastic about.
Enthusiastic would be a great adjective. Yeah.
Very, very enthusiastic about watching you and watching the Polar Bears, and just a great, great family. So how about another memory, maybe another off the field, whether it's, with some of your buddies hanging out. You were in a band too. You're a very talented guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but, favorite class or anything else off the field?
I'll give you a couple things. So playing drums, learning how to play drums, and being a drummer, which, it's like you got to learn how to take football and move it into something else after football's over. That was one of the things that I moved my mindset and just mentality into after football. So being able to play drums and on campus and playing shows and stuff like that was awesome. Dog soldiers. I want to talk about dog soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Having to carry Dan Tripp on my back 2 times around all those football fields.
So
Dan's a memory I will never forget.
Probably about a 230 or 40-pound defensive end.
260, easy.
Big guy. It sure
and
seemed
I'm
like
why
it, right?
Why can't I get like a cornerback or something? I'm like 195 soaking wet.
You're strong. You were in that medium size, as a fullback. Unfortunately, you're in that athletic, frame there. So you get thrown in with these defensive linemen.
Yeah, dog soldiers. That was one of my best memories, honestly. Just going through the amount of pain, struggle, and wanting to just throw up, give up, and just fight everyone afterwards. Something we always talk about and never forget. Forget. I will. Another thing too that I was actually thinking about the other day driving home. We do this. Well, I'm not sure if you guys still do it, but there's something we do. Every senior gets to talk around the fire, and you get to throw an item into the fire that represents, what the last 4 years have meant to you. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm not going to tell what I threw in the fire, but it definitely represented how much fun that we had during those 4 years.
Sure. It's all part of that, just the different memories and all that. And it's good stuff. One memory, just recent memory I was thinking about is kind of amusing was when, some of those offensive linemen had a Zoom call recently on a Friday night, that was
so awesome.
And, they sent me Dodson had sent me a little invite. So I Zoomed in, and you had been in earlier, you had left, and then you came back, and then you were you didn't realize I was in there, and you kind of, it was funny, just your reaction that you kind of got serious. I was like, come on, man. You have to get serious now just because I'm in here. So
I was like, hey, it's what you got to do. I mean, you see your coach and you're like, man, I got to straighten up. You got to drink the first, sip the second, refuse the third, right? So
that's right. I'm glad to see you remember a few lessons learned along the way.
Absolutely. It's always in your head.
Well, we could keep going on this for a while, but I just want to let you know we're so proud of you. So excited to see your continued success. You've been a great Polar Bear, been a great friend of the program, great friend to me, and we love you, love your family, and just really looking forward to watching your future success. So appreciate it. Okay, man?
Vice versa, Coach. Anything I do, let me know. I appreciate you more than you know.
All right, man. Go Bears.
All right, go P Bears.
I'm going to close that